Dear students, today we are going to do poem number 4, The Lake Isle of Innisfree by William Butler Yeats. The poem is about the charm of a rural area. It's all about how the speaker's dreams for the future don't quite reconcile with his present situation and about the clash between dreams and reality. In this poem, the poet dreams of escaping the busy and crowded streets of London to a small island in a lake, of which he had fond childhood memories. It is a simple, natural place where he will build a cottage, grow beans, have a beehive, and live alone, listening to the sounds of the birds singing, the bees buzzing, and the lapping of lake water. In the first stanza, the poet says that I will arise and go now, and go to Innisfree, and a small cabin built there of clay and wattles made. So the poem starts with the poet saying that he will wake up and go to the island of Innisfree. He compares his life in the city to sleep. When he wakes up and becomes conscious, he will be transported away from the sedentary, that is, non active city life to a life of activity in a rural area. In particular, the poet mentions two activities that he would like to engage in, that is, physical labor, building a cabin, and planting 9 rows of beans and beekeeping. So the poet further says that 9 bean rows will I have there, a hive for the honey bee, and live alone in the bee loud glade. He wishes to live alone where buzzing sound of the bees will fill the entire environment. In second stanza, the poet says, and I shall have some peace there, for peace comes dropping slow, dropping from the wails of the morning to where the cricket sings. Now, in this stanza, the poet says that his life on the island of Innisfree will be peaceful. He especially connects peacefulness with the early morning. Peace will come to him readily as morning comes, and he wakes up to the sound of crickets chirping. Now, basically, Wales means misty atmosphere in the morning. Wales also means the cover, the scarf which is used to cover the face by the girls. Now, here it means that the misty atmosphere, the fog, has covered the sky. So, in the same stanza, the poet further says that there midnights all a glimmer, and noon a purple glow, and evenings full of the linnet's wings. So he compares the morning to a woman who is veiled. Veiled means covered with the scarf. This means that when the sun rises, morning drops her veil of darkness and brings peace upon the rural setting of Innisfree. The poet also likes midnight, with the stars shining brightly in the sky. He also likes noon as well as evening, which is full of the sound of the linnet bird's melodious song. In the last stanza, the poet says, I will arise and go now. For always, night and day, I hear the lake water lapping with low sounds by the shore. So, in this stanza, the poet makes a resolution that he will go to Innisfree just now because Innisfree is never out of his mind. Throughout the day and the night, he can only hear one sound in his mind, that of the water reaching the shore of the island of Innisfree at a calm pace and creating a soft lapping sound. He further says, while I stand on the roadway or on the pavement's grey, I hear it in the deep heart's core. He hears this sound deep within his own heart as he goes about his life in the urban setting of roadways and pavements. This urban setting contains none of the colors that make Innisfree beautiful. Instead, it appears grey and boring. Thank you.